Four new stories for you. Firstly, viewers, today on Tuesday, a meeting was due to be held between Addis Ababa mayor and Ethiopian Orthodox Church. The church wanted Adanach Abebe, Addis Ababa mayor, to attend the meeting. What happened? Did she attend the meeting? Secondly, Ethiopia and Kenya have agreed to conduct joint security operations against Oromo Liberation Army and Al-Shabaab. It is being claimed by some Ethiopian government-backed news sources. We have this breaking news for you in detail. Thirdly, viewers, Ethiopia has now officially responded to US Foreign Affairs Committee resolution 6600. The resolution was passed a few days ago. It calls for sanctions against Ethiopian government, other parties to Tigray conflict as well. The parties which are obstructing negotiated ceasefire to Ethiopia-Tigray conflict, and some other actions have also been proposed by the lawmakers who passed this resolution. Today, Ethiopian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Dina Mufti officially responded to this resolution 6600. He was interviewed by Ethiopian news agency. In his interview, he talked about this resolution 6600. And lastly, viewers, I want to talk about three places which require attention of aid agencies, which require attention of parties to the ongoing Ethiopian conflict. There is worsening humanitarian crisis in these three places. Firstly, Adanach Abebe, Addis Ababa mayor, was called to attend a meeting at church headquarters today. We know that in a previous meeting she did not attend the meeting. Instead, she sent her deputy. But then a new meeting was planned for today. What happened today? While Adanach Abebe today went to church office, she attended the meeting with a church synod. Ethiopian Orthodox Church Synod held a meeting with Adanach Abebe. Adanach Abebe has stepped back. She did not insist on not attending the meeting with Holy Synod. She was in the meeting today. Issues like Maskell scare and Vabla Mariam incident, which happened during Epiphany celebrations, in which some Orthodox members were killed, came under discussion. So tensions have been de-escalated because of this move by Adanach Abebe. Adanach Abebe was being accused of disrespecting Ethiopian Orthodox Church. So now this is her second visit of the church. Earlier she went to see Abune Matthias, but then she was told that she should attend a meeting with Holy Synod as well. Again, she came to the church office today to attend the meeting with Holy Synod. She is trying her best to de-escalate the situation. Secondly, viewers, Ethiopia and Kenya have agreed to start joint security operations against armed groups. And one of these armed groups is Shine, Oromo Liberation Army, and the other is Al-Shabaab. We know that Al-Shabaab is carrying out attacks on both Kenya and Ethiopia. That is why a meeting was held in Ethiopia today. Ethiopian Federal Police Commissioner Damilash Gabre Mikhail and Kenyan Inspector General Hilary Nizioki attended this meeting. In the meeting, it was decided that the two countries should share intelligence and they should conduct joint operations against armed groups like Oromo Liberation Army and Al-Shabaab. There is presence of Oromo Liberation Army in areas of Ethiopia close to Kenya border in Borana, in Guji as well, and we do know that Oromo Liberation Army is in control of a road which links Muyele border crossing with Addis Ababa, and I did a video on that 24 hours ago. The road which passes through Guji is reportedly under the control of Oromo Liberation Army. It is collecting taxes from the travelers who travel along this road. So this decision has been made that Kenya and Ethiopia, their forces should conduct joint operations. But will Kenya be party to this internal Ethiopian conflict? Kenya-Ethiopia operations against Al-Shabaab are likely. They can happen. Though Somalia is out of this alliance, Al-Shabaab is definitely a threat to Somalia as well. Why is Somalia out of this alliance? But Kenyan participation to launch operations against the Oromo Liberation Army, is it likely? Can it happen? We don't know. So far, Ethiopian government-backed news sources are claiming that Kenya has agreed to start joint military operations against Shene, the word they use, and Al-Shabaab. Will keep you updated. Thirdly, viewers, Ethiopian government has now officially responded to Resolution 6600 passed at the meeting of US Foreign Affairs Committee a few days ago. The resolution, the bill is to be tabled at US House of Representatives, which will vote. Then final decision will be made whether to impose sanctions on the parties to Ethiopian conflict or not. The bill calls for action. It calls for sanctions against the parties which are obstructing negotiated ceasefire, which are arming parties to Ethiopian conflict, which are hindering aid deliveries, etc. Ethiopian government says that this resolution will undermine the progress, the peace initiatives announced by Ethiopian government. So it's very much clear that Ethiopian government wants that this bill must not be passed at the US House of Representatives. We have seen statements from Ethiopian diaspora in the US as well. Once again, we know that Ethiopia-US relations was starting to improve. But once again, tensions seem to be rising. If this bill is passed at US House of Representatives and sanctions are imposed on Ethiopia, once again we could see some movement by Ethiopian diaspora in the US. Fourthly, viewers, I have updates from three places. Aid agencies, parties to the conflict in Ethiopia, they must focus on these three places. There is crisis worsening in three places. Firstly, Sikota, viewers, there is a large number of IDPs, refugees in Sikota. We know that Abergele Woreda of Amhara is still under the control of Tigray Defense Force. TDF is in Abergele, and thousands have been displaced from Abergele. They are in Sikota. In Sikota, there is presence of large number of IDPs. They must be taken care of. Secondly, Birhale, viewers. Birhale, Afar region where fighting has been going on for more than 3 weeks now. In Birhale, there are refugee camps. Eritrean refugees from Tigray, when fighting broke out there, they fled Tigray, and some of them traveled towards Birhale, and they are at Birhale refugee camp. We are hearing some alarming reports from Birhale as well, that refugees are caught in the crossfire and they're being targeted. And thirdly, Western Tigray, Mesabre front, where there is again presence of Eritrean refugees. We heard reports about some refugees killed, wounded a few weeks ago. Once again, we are hearing that the camp is not accessible. Where are these Eritrean refugees? In near Mesabre refugee camp. The aid agencies, Tigray government, Ethiopian government, Afar regional government must focus attention on these three places: Sikota, Birhale, and Eritrean refugee camp in Western Tigray. Thank you for watching.